2017 Ford GT Supercar in VR. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. I am the OpenFed. Today we are driving a 2017 Ford GT in an American Clubman Cup 700 race. We're driving it at the Autódromo de Interlagos. I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I do apologize. We're doing 5 laps. We started 16th of 16 cars and we started with a rolling start. Now these laps are decent length. They're going to take a little bit of time to do, but we're going to need that time because we got 15 cars that we got to catch up to and pass if we want to win this race. Now it's going to take a little bit of time to do that because the cars are spread out quite a bit all over the track. So which in this case it does makes it nice because when you do pass a car, there's room in front of him, room behind him, and room beside him to pass him without having everybody bunched up all together and close together, and then you really can't even pass. So that they're spread out is a problem for trying to catch up to the number 1 and 2 and 3 cars, but the other ones with a little space in between is kind of nice. So having said that, when you are going through some of these here sections that are twisting back and forth, you know, you can't really pass all that well. There's enough room, but I mean, you got to be right behind them when you want to pass them when you go around a corner like this. And even then, as you can see, I didn't quite have the power to zip up beside him, but I do over here as I catch up a little. Oh, and then he tried to ram into me. I guess he didn't like me cutting by him on the inside. Anyhow, that's our first lap gone, and hopefully the only kind of rough play we're going to see in this race. Starting in our second lap, like I said, if you come hot into this corner, you're going to overshoot, so you have to slow down, and you have to pretty well drive the speed of the race, meaning that you're not going to be able to pass anybody. But when you come around this corner here, wait till you're fully out of the corner before you throttle down, because when you hammer down before you're out of the corner, you could spin out the rear end. So make sure you're fully out of the corner first, and then you hammer down, slow down for this corner again, and then speed back up again, cut them as short as you can. And we managed to get by that Corvette there. He seemed to slow down for that corner. So if they slow down and I don't, you know, in a spot where I wouldn't normally pass, if they slow down an abnormal amount, then yeah, I will shoot by them if I have the room. But if not, I just stay behind them because there's ample of places to pass on this particular track. Like you could even sneak by them here on the inside if you were right behind them. And if not, you know, like I said, every corner is an opportunity to pass. And I always look, when I'm driving in Gran Turismo, I always look at passing him on the inside, because just like this, and you put that white car behind you, you know, it's easier to pass them on the inside because you don't always have enough power to power by him on the outside like this. Well, this Ford GT so happens to have that kind of power, though, making a liar out of the OpenFed. But normally you can't. Normally the other cars are fairly equal in power and you can't get by them around the outside. But sometimes you catch them napping, right? So anyhow, that's the end of the second lap already, and we're quickly coming up to the halfway point of the race. As you can see, even though the laps tend to be a little bit longer, it doesn't seem to make the race any longer, even though it is. I mean, you know it is. You can see it on the timer, but you get so involved in the race that before you know it, the 4 or 5 laps are gone. As this guy here was just, man, it looked like he was trying to block us out, but that's not going to happen to the OpenFed. This particular corner here, a lot of times I used to overshoot it. Overshooting corners, the only problem with that is that, well, you're going to run off the track, but the way to fix that is slow down much earlier before you get to the corner. Simple as that. It's not difficult, it's not rocket science. You got to start slowing down. And the reason we don't slow down soon enough is because we're trying to get ahead of the car in front of us and we're trying to beat him, catch him up. And We are actually our own worst enemy. By trying to go faster and get in front of them, you end up overshooting the track and you end up running off the track, or you run into somebody and you end up losing time. So we are our own worst enemy. Patience, I believe, is the key. If you just stick by him, I could try and race by him here, but I don't have to. I can have a little bit of patience, go on the outside. He's snuck on the inside, but he slows down around the corner and he's gone. And we go around him. We're going to do the same thing with the Viper here. He's going to go around this corner and we're going to just slowly sneak by him around the outside. Well, maybe not. He was just going too fast there. Now we'll catch him up here. There we go. And that's 3 laps gone. So we got 2 left to go, and we got maybe, I'm not sure, the Opel forgets to count the cars that he passes, but I do believe that these 2 cars here are the last 2 cars in front of me. Now, I can waste this lap by staying behind him and just looking for the opportunity to pass this Corvette, which is I should be doing right here, right now, just like that. And then we're going to get in behind car number 1. Just like, ooh, and he just cut out in front of me. See, they slowed down for this corner quite a bit. That Corvette slowed down so much that I shot right by him. But just because you shot by him doesn't mean you're going to win. Keep an eye on that rear view mirror, and as you can see him in your rear view mirror, like I like to keep saying, if you can see him, he's too close, which means that you cannot make a single mistake or he's going to be zipping by you. So we're going to try and keep it on the track. Drive as clean as possible, try not to make any mistakes, slow down long before the corner, and keep an eye on that Corvette behind you that he doesn't zip by you. That's the most important part. As we're rounding the corner here, we are almost at the end of the 4th lap. We're going to try. Now this guy here has been zipping away on me quite a few times, and obviously throughout the track it's really tough to pass him, so I'm thinking that right here, starting right here, this fairly straight section and then in front of the grandstand, we gotta get in front of him, because it showed in its last lap that we had trouble trying to keep up with him and go around him through all the corners. So we gotta get him while we're on the straight, which is right up here. And as you can see, it's taken us quite a bit to get by him. We've got the pedal to the bottom, and coming close to the corner, he puts on the brakes and we zip by him. So now we're in the last lap and we're leading. We can see him in our rear view mirror, and that's where we're going to keep him. As we are rounding the corner, we come up to this straight section, you hammer down, creating a little bit more of a buffer space. Now remember to turn at the end of this straight section. You're going to overshoot it if you don't slow down in time. Right about here, there you go, not a problem. Just nice and smooth and no troubles. I can't see, well, I can still see that car. He just made the turn in the rearview mirror, so I can still see him, but he's quite a ways behind us, so he's not going to catch up to us anymore as far as speed is concerned. The only way that he can catch us now is if we make a mistake. So if we don't make any mistakes, we're going to be okay, and it looks like it's going to be just fine, because we're coming up to the final stretch of the track. When we get to that long straight section, we can almost see the checkered flag. Absolutely awesome. Love driving this Ford GT. It's a lot of fun to drive, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Until the next time, we've been driving in a 2017 Ford GT Supercar with me as your driver, the Opel.